Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
We're recording.
Oh,
Hey, my name's Gabe.
my name is Michael. Welcome to Cats and Climate Change. The cats are coming around periodically. You'll see in our video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy our podcast.
So, Michael, what do you think about this? This marine life. I heard a lot of, terrible things about it, but yet there can be good things.
There could be. Well, to start off, I know marine life can be pretty broad, so there's lots of things to talk about. But I guess where we should really start is on the effects that climate change specifically has on the ecosystems. What would you personally say is one of the worst issues of that?
I'd say, like throwing trash in the ocean, and it, the climate, which is, like
The climate.
that. Dude, you know what I mean?
So what would you say would be the biggest issue within climate change?
Definitely,
and marine life ecosystems.
definitely water pollution.
Water pollution?
Yes,
Okay.
because there's a lot of there's a lot of okay, let me.
Do we really pollute our waters though?
Hmm?
Do we really pollute our waters?
What's
I mean, I toss my trash out all the time, and I don't think it's going anywhere.
well, it depends. There's wind. It could push it off onto a shore or something like that.
Okay,
or the
what's
waves.
the problem with that?
It affects animals. Sea animals differently. Like they could get stuck. They could possibly mistaken it into a food. They'll eat it. They'll die. I mean, it's as simple as that.
I mean, what's wrong with a little fish having a little Cheetos? I don't see a problem with that.
I think it contains a lot of chemicals onto Cheetos. I mean,
Okay.
although they're foods for humans, I don't think it would be a necessity for a fish.
Right.
Because who would think, oh, I'm just gonna throw a Cheeto for the fish to eat, and they're probably gonna die. Maybe. Who knows, right?
I mean, if it's edible. If it fits in my mouth.
W's
What do you think is the worst thing that could happen for the sea, the animals?
Involving the pollution or
Could be anything.
honestly, I would say the farming.
The farming.
Specifically either between farming tuna or, for example, trying to catch, like, you're talking about pollution. What about the nets that we use to catch our fish, and it drags along the ocean floor, killing all of the coral, leading to the death of ecosystems, leading to the death of more fish, and that net sometimes gets caught, and there you go, we have more trash within the ocean.
That's why I think pollution would be the number one key, though.
Pollution?
Yes. If a fish were to eat a plastic, and we eventually, consume it,
Right.
we don't know what the toxins are in their body,
Right.
and if you were to eat it, you could possibly get a disease out of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not good. I mean, like what do you call it? Fuck, I don't know what the fuck you call it. What do you call those shops? Like for the fish, like after they, taking a fish. My bad, guys. We had a technical interruption, and we got the fish cat right
Yes.
here.
Might be eating some salmon later.
So going back onto the fish, right? You mentioned
were
something
saying?
about you mentioned something about
The ghosts.
What do you call that? Fish farming the fish.
Yes, like how we've gotten to the point where we are starting to farm fish in the ocean. We have giant pens where we keep like salmon or tuna pinned in, and these constantly are either reproducing, just swimming in the same water and eating in the same water that they poop in. And it's so bad because of the fact that it is so polluted with their own poop that they are eating their own poop.
He agrees to this.
He can take away that he agrees with the topic. He feels very passionate about marine life.
So then, how does it affect the sea life and human life? Because it connects together. If people are farming for fish and putting chemicals on the fish, how would that affect? Whoa, English, my bad.
Lock in, brother.
How will that affect other people?
Well, put it this way. Would you want to eat a stale, old, rotten bag of chips? Or would you rather eat a fresh bag of chips with things inside of it that aren't unnatural or very...
But isn't that not good for you though?
The fish?
Or it could be anything you put chemicals to.
Well, yeah. I mean, like when you go to the store, the salmon that you buy, I mean, as some people know, they put pink dye in it, so it appears to be darker than it really is.
So it's not just the fish doing the bad things; it's more of the people doing the bad things to the fishes.
Oh yeah, it's mostly us, but we are causing issues that they have for each other as well.
So what is there to, eradicate those, actions? You think?
Well, if one thing's for sure, specifically while we're on this topic, we should definitely stop with the farming because it's unhealthy. And if we're worried about population decrease in certain fishes, maybe we should rethink about either how we're getting those fish, or we should think about helping them rather than taking some more.
And that goes on with pollution, like the water,
Exactly.
it really needs to be taken care of. Why'd you do that face? Almost locked in.
I need to be taken care of.
Dude, I just lost what I just need to say. Okay, that's why I think that joining organizations for river cleanups and ocean cleanups will be...
The rivers is not an ocean.
Hey, listen. It connects to an ocean. Kind of, some of them are.
Actually, yes, that's
Like,
correct.
Missouri River, other things like that. Was it Missouri River?
Yes.
Yeah. But, if you were to support others, by picking up at least a plastic, I think it will not only save the fish or, any other organisms in the ocean, but also the people. Because,
even if we ourselves aren't the ones fishing, there's definitely things that we could do, like recycling and figuring out where we get our food. Like, you wouldn't want to eat a lab grown salmon, but rather something maybe from a local farm. So, thank you for showing up for part 1 of Cats and Climate Change.
Meow meow.
This is Gabe, and I don't even know anymore. This is a cry for help. I mean, anyways, Thanks for showing up for the podcast. Come back for part 2. I love you. I mean, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Log in.
My bad.
Well, come on. Let's talk about sea level rising.
Okay.
Hear me out, okay? I could be wrong, could be right. Who knows? But
Indubitably.
indubitably, exactly, whatever that means. As global temperatures rise, polar ice caps melt, and it expands seawater, leading to the sea level rising, and this can result in the loss of habitat for many species, such as fish, but also birds. It affects coastal ecosystems like mangroves and coral reefs, which serve as a critical nursery for marine life. Just as we were talking about earlier with the nets getting rid of the coral reefs, with issues such as the polar ice caps melting because of actions that we are doing all around the world.
Which is pollution, by the way.
Pollution, global warming.
But what really caused all of that? What do you think?
I mean, really, it's us.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, it's us, and we gotta take action.
We do. And there's ways we can take action, like the Marine Conservation Institute. Their work focuses on protecting marine ecosystems from climate change and other threats. What else do we have?
Guys, I have the lice in my hair.
Don't say that. That's disgusting.
The Ocean Foundation.
Ocean Foundation, where is it?
The bottom.
Pollution.
Oh, guys, Ocean Foundation.
Ocean Foundation?
Ocean Foundation.
Ocean Foundation.
Oh, this nothing idiot.
Ocean Foundation.
Fuck's sake. Okay, let's.
Hey, language. This is a school podcast.
That's our bad. That's our bad.
Not only that, we can also, look into nature, climate change, as well as, also the World of Wildlife Farm.
In what context?
Yeah, I have no idea. I just said it. Okay, never mind. The other issues are. So there's also one thing that I want to mention about is the ocean acidification.
Okay.
From what I heard, apparently, from what I heard, that the ocean absorbs about, oh my god,
The motion of the ocean.
something like that.
Motion
Gotta
of
roll
the
with it.
ocean.
Okay, so the ocean absorbs about 30% of the carbon dioxide.
Right.
Isn't that interesting? I have no idea about this. And which is CO2, by the way, that is released into an atmosphere because of the decrease of pH levels. If you guys know what pH levels are, it's
Oh yeah, I think my girlfriend said something about pH level.
so since the pH level decreases, it can have deleterious effects on calcifying organisms such as corals, mollusks. Is that
Mollusks.
mollusks?
Huh?
English is not our first language.
It's not, man. I'm an immigrant. Please help me.
They're both immigrants.
Huh? Hey, I got my green card years ago.
Which it can be crucial for the food web. You know how the food web is, apex predator, blah blah blah, right?
I mean, the other effects on ocean because of ocean acidification could also be the oceanic chemistry and cycles.
So what do you mean by the cycles? What did they what cycle is there?
I mean, it can potentially disrupt biological processes in the nutrient cycle because killing all of our fish, or at least some, might lead to an imbalance within the ecosystem.
Which will destroy everything if, you know, if animals are, you know, killing each other, and which is normal, you know, it's natural. But
We can't have too many predators or too much prey, obviously, as you guys know. And I mean, what are the fish gonna do about it? Because
they are small.
they're not gonna do it on their own.
Yes.
It's just another one of those
Even
things where you gotta step
even if
up.
they're a group, all they're gonna do is run. That's how it is. That goes with any type of food webs out there.
Yeah, they'll run away, just like my dad.
W's in the shot.
But your dad did run away.
Maybe for a little bit.
Gabe's dad didn't come back.
I'm sorry.
You know.
Thinking about things being tough, let's speak about.
Oh right. The weather patterns. You know, a lot of hurricanes, not even hitting the land, but more of, you know, the ocean. It's everywhere. You know, it never stops. It keeps coming and coming.
Exactly.
That's what she said.
As I was saying, it appears,
Mm-hmm.
you know, constant. It's never, you know, it never just stops and that's it. And it's an issue because, you know, why was that an issue again?
Storms?
Well, yeah, storms.
I mean,
But
but
how would they affect?
Well, the intensity of the storms, really.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It can damage the coral reefs. It can destroy the kelp forest.
But listen, if it destroys the coral reefs, then, you know, isn't those things, you know, in the deeper part of the ocean?
Well, yes, but it will still lead to erosion of the marine life, and obviously, like we said earlier, if there's no coral reefs, then there's no fish. And if there's no fish,
Right.
then
There's no.
then that's a loss of nutrients for us.
Right. But that's the thing. It's a natural. That's the thing, though.
We're doomed, guys. Unless we start helping the fish out,
Seriously,
we're
please.
cooked.
Womp womp. You need me to call a ambulance?
That's not funny, dude.
Dude, we're gonna be cooked by 2045, and you seriously want to joke about that? Like, come on now.
It's not that serious. I mean, it is that serious.
It is that serious. Think about how
You see how the effects of this fish cat.
they need the fish. Like, think about it. You're no longer gonna be able to go to McDonald's and get a filet of fish or a double filet of fish.
It's just not good for you because you don't like fish. But it's okay.
Is McDonald's fish even real fish?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Anyhow, like we should be taking care of our oceans because fish is good.
Fish lives matter.
Fish lives matter.
Fish lives matter.
Fish lives matter.
We should put that on a t-shirt.
We should.
Low-key.
Would you guys want some merchandise?
It's on.
We'll put
www.com.
we'll put the plug right here. www.savethefish.com. Well, no, you
.org.
forgot.
.org.
.org/Gabe and Michael Foundation of the Fish / of the Ocean / the whole world / climate change.
.com. You know what he means.
No. You gotta have the whole thing. It'll be right here. Somewhere.
But
Put out your big ass forehead.
I was gonna say something.
It's because I ate so much fish. You know, I couldn't have such a massive dome without all the fish I've eaten in my life.
Oh, I know what to say. So the thing is, though, that we cannot control natural disasters, and there's nothing we can, do. We can't just like, pick up a plastic and save, freaking Earth.
What do you mean?
Right.
I thought if I put tinfoil on my head, then everything would be all better.
No, man, that's not how it works.
That's for aliens.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
All right.
But it's okay because climate change is a hoax made by the aliens and the U.S. government.
Do you see this guy? But there's this term. I won't say a term, but there's this relation of fish disasters. Family Guy. I saw this clip a while back. It was Peter in the ocean, and he was talking to this fish with a bunch of plastic on him, and obviously he did not care and just keeps throwing things, and eventually the fish died. So,
But
do you want to be Peter?
But
Or
didn't Peter have a point though? Peter had a point.
he had a point.
The fish had drip on him.
But do you want to save the fish?
I'm scared.
It's drip or drown, and they can't drown.
Game is game.
Game is game.